Hello everyone, this was my final game before 2300 ELO. So I'll be going over the thought processes, the mouse movements, and what I and the opponent may be thinking over a particular position. So this will be helpful for new and slow bullet players to improve. Okay, let's start. I play e4, simple. I prepare knight f3, he goes g5, and f6. Now I don't really want to take the e5 pawn because it will be complicated and there are a lot of traps which I don't want to fall or like counter by thinking because it will take a lot of my time. So I basically go e3 after letting him take my pawn and push it back. Castle plain development. d4 pushing the bishop back and getting bg5 ready to pin his knight. Now I should have gone bishop h4, but as I was nervous because it was first time going to 2300 ELO, I just exchanged it. Now here I have removed the exchange. Now I was supposed to go re1, but I took the wrong move. That is, I took the knight, which led to doubling of my queens and also exposing my g5. Now my rook is trapped, and this is where I decide that I am going to play for tactics and for timeout. Now here I go knight e4, which is a good move since it takes a few seconds trying to take the knight as it's pinned. Now I just go for the b7 pawn, at which he goes a5, which is basically I stop a5 by going a4 first instead of taking the pawn. Now I take the free pawn, and since I'm expecting king g6 or straight up g6, I keep rh3 ready. However, he goes re8 and I attack his rook with my knight. He tries to trade rook, but since I'm down material, I deny it. Now I'm expecting the rd8, which happens as it is a fork. Now I take his rook. Now we are balanced in material, except for the pawn disadvantage. The structure and both counts. Now he's taking my free pawn, and I do a sneaky move c4, trying to go bishop c2 if he takes the pawn. Now it's just a simple exchange of pawns. And now I just push this f3 pawn since it's being attacked, and I prepare a check because he's low on time, so I want him to move his king and take a bit of his time away. Now he takes my pawn, I take his pawn, he gets a check, he's low on time. Then I basically protect my bishop. Now he goes ra2, I go king g3, which is a mistake because he could have gone bishop e5. Now basically he's playing random moves. Now he just blundered his rook, and his passed pawn is dead. So basically he's just losing. I check him, throw his king back, and now I block his king's escape path by bishop g3. Now I'm just going for the re8 mate. Now here he gives me a free pawn. Now here he times out. However, if you look at it, after re6, if he moves his bishop, it's re8 mate. Or if he just goes king, then I just take his free bishop and then it's moving another few moves. So it's basically mate in 3. So that's how I reach 2300.